Well, good evening and welcome to Danny's Celtic World. I am she, Cat, and I am shuffling for the sign of Taurus. We're beginning with the sign of Taurus this month because it is, yay, your birthday, Taurus. It is your birthday, Taurus. Sign of 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 Taurus. And I shuffle until I feel good about the cards, as every reader does. And I am concentrating on the sign of Taurus. Sign of Taurus. Sign of Taurus. We are concentrating on the sign of Taurus. We have some things coming to head this month, and I wanted to talk about that with you. All of our planets are going to be going direct soon. Venus is finally going direct in Pisces. Mercury is in retrograde until the 3rd, which is, I believe, tomorrow. I'm starting these readings late because I have a day job and I'm a facilitator. I'm an educator, and I do have to work. I stick to my path, and I also have to stick with my work. If you need a reading from me, or if you'd like an astrological chart from me, you are more than welcome to email me at Danuscelticworld, all one word, at gmail.com. My fees are going to be really cheap. For a general reading, I'm going to charge you $20 for an astrological chart. It's probably going to be $50 for a consultation to read not only through my Witch's Tarot, my Ancients card, and my Celtic reading cards from Ireland, which I love. And I love the decoration, the Celtic decoration on there, and the goddesses that they talk about on there as well. That will be $50 as well. I am not going to overcharge anybody for anything. This is something that I'm doing for extra money. If anybody wants a donation, that's fine. To make a donation, that's fine. I'm not expecting it. I'm doing this because this is what I love to do. It's my background: clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient, empath, and psychic reader. I also talk to my spirit guides, as I'm sure all the readers do. There are many psychics here, whether they are true psychics or not. And we all have our own spirit guides that we help grow with and develop with and become close to as we get older and know ourselves and know our guides better, and vice versa. I am hoping, and this is again the sign of Taurus. I'm shuffling the card. That didn't turn out well. We'll do that again. But I am hoping that I gain the interest of my readers, because I'm doing this not to make a salary or a living. I'm doing this because I love to do this. This is something I love to do. So again, a general reading with all of my cards is $20. An astrological chart, including the padas, 12 houses, planetary resources. I can even tell you when your astrological chart ends, although I feel like I shouldn't, but I do. That's $50. If you want a personal consultation with both of them, that again is $50. If you don't want to pay that and you just want to watch these videos, if you make a donation, that would be great. But it's not necessary. Again, I'm doing this because I love to do it. And the sign of Taurus. In the sign of Taurus. We're having a great month. Again, Mercury was retrograde It's going to go direct after the 3rd. I will wait a little bit after the 3rd before you start anything, probably around the 8th or the 9th, to move forward and actually go forward with buying anything with technology, or fixing anything with technology, or fixing anything with your car, or signing any new contracts, or doing anything that has to do with communication. Mercury retrograde, or Mercury has to do with communication, technology, and anything that has to do with serious contracts. Okay, this is the bottom of your deck. Beautiful. High Priestess. I love her because she's neither waxing or waning. She's got the balance of both sides. She has her familiar by her side as I do. Maximilian is here somewhere. My little Maxie is here somewhere. She's all about balance. Balance in your life, balance in your work, balance in your love life, balance. When you have balance and you're healthy, it means the world. It really does. It means the world. Again, excuse my nails. Sorry. Need to be cut. I take my vitamins, so my nails grow really long. Okay, so balance. I'm doing the Celtic cross, and then I will add in my Ancients cards, and then I will do what I love is my Celtic oracle cards. I like the Celtic knots that are on here. I like this because it's in this world and in the other world. If you're a pagan, you know what that means. If you're not, Google it. It'll explain it to you. But that basically means that we're all in this world and in the other world. Okay? We're reincarnated. We have spirit guides. We are here to live our lives to the best of our abilities so that we can ascend to be better individuals now and in our next life. Some of us realize that we're going to 5th dimension in this year. Some of us are ascending to higher planes, higher dimensions, higher spirituality. I'm a Pisces. I meditate all the time. All the time. Even at work, I find myself meditating unconsciously, even in this world and in the other world. I love the Celtic knot work on this. I love anything Celtic. I'm half Irish and half Hispanic. My mom's from Ireland and my dad is Puerto Rican. And both my grandmothers on both sides and family members they are not in the living, but I feel them with me many times, are and have been true psychic people, read cards, and even had feasts on behalf of the god and the goddesses. Again, still, the High Priestess. She is mainly a Cancer, a Scorpio, and a Pisces of the water sign. So is the moon, and there are many major arcana cards that are also water signs, even though this is a Taurus. But you can have a sun, moon, or ascendant sign in this sign. If you do, heed to this sign, heed to this card. Very important. Okay, I'm going to do the Celtic cross. This is your significator, the High Priest. This is what covers you. The Three of Pentacles, which is study. Tutoring, studying, apprenticeship. We read what's crossing you and what's covering you and what's crossing you in full stature. I don't read these in reverse. However, you do have the High Priest in reverse, which has to do with legal law, legalities, justice, contracts, anything that has to do with what's right in the written word or in legalities, justice, religion, anything that has to do with what goes out in the world comes back to you 3 times 3. legalities. What you've done wrong comes back to you and you suffer the consequences. So let's just pay attention to that. Okay. Four of Cups. This covers you. Humdrum. You're hanging around there. Okay. You need to get out of the humdrumness. Humdrum. And get more childlike and get out there and have more fun. Great. This is the foot of the foundation, the foot of your reading. Celebrating. Oops, sorry, sweethearts. Sorry, my Taurians. This is celebrating. It's your birthday. Woo woo. It's your birthday. Woo woo. Okay, so celebrating. It's the Four of Wands. Celebrating, celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, anything that has to do with, even if it's just getting divorced and you're like, yay, divorce party, or yay, wedding, or yay, birthday, or yay, I found a new job. Woo woo! This is the celebration card and it's upright position. Go for yay, round of applause. Go for it. Okay, this is what's waning you. Ooh, the Chariot. The Chariot it has two different horses, and the reason why it has two different horses is because one is a black horse, one is a white horse. It's change. You're either going to go make a decision and go in one direction, or you're going to make a decision and go into another direction. Period. End of story. Okay, the Chariot card is a major arcana card. It's a directional card. Change was the foot of you, or you're going to make a change. These readings, for me, usually are anywhere from 2 months behind to 3 months ahead of this date. So this is a change card. If you look at it real close, you see one horse is a negra, black, or blanco, white. Okay, and you're gonna make a change. You're gonna go one direction or the other direction, whatever suits you best. You have the choice to make. It's yours. Good change though. This is at the head. Oops, star in reverse. Star in reverse usually means you're out of balance. Look at the water and right side up. She's in balance. Her chemicals are in balance. Her body's in pH balance. Her vitamins are in balance. Everything's in balance. But when she's in reverse, something's out of balance. Okay, so my advice to you, Taurians, watch your health. Watch what you're eating. Also, I want you to make a note of this, and this is really important. It says these are the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stars. 8 in the middle. Pay attention to that. What are you out of balance in? Okay, because this came in reverse, not upward. This came in reverse. So this is not upward. This came in reverse. What are you out of balance in? That's the head of your footing. This is what may or may not come true. Okay, the Fool. I love the Fool. The Fool is walking out of your boundaries, walking on the cliff, walking with your dog everywhere. It's kind of like taking a walk in the woods with your friend or with your dog. And while you're walking your dog, you hit a cliff and you take that chance and you move forward and you are on your way. You have a journey. The Fool card is also a Piscean card. It is a major arcana card. It is the 0 card in the tarot deck, in my witches tarot deck. It is in any deck, regardless, Rider Waite, whatever deck you may or may not know or be full knowledgeable about. He's taking a risk. He's walking on the edge. He's going through the woods. He brought his dog with him. He's going to find his way. Maybe there's some soul searching. Maybe there's something you need to do. Maybe you need to change your ways and take some risks to move forward, to go to better places, to do better things. You have your dog with you. You feel safe. I'm feeling for some of you like, you're having some issues with doing that because there's some things that are holding you back. But this is a good thing. Change is good. See, you had the change and you're waiting. Look at this. I love it. And they're both looking at each other. Look, you had this first. Here's the Chariot. He's looking. You had this first. He's walking. He's charging into the Fool. Now, in between that was the Star. He's charging into the Star. You need to change something before this can happen, before the courage can happen, before you can move forward and go on your journey. Loving it. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Okay. Now we have our hopes and fears. You are moving slowly, but it's going to take a long time. When it's in reverse, it's a long, long time before you get to where you need to go. The Six of Swords is a long journey ahead. When it's like this, it's a long journey. It's still a long journey, but it's a little quicker. When it's like this, and this is air sign, it's a long journey. But it's going to take time, and you're going to need patience. Okay, you're going to need the patience. All right. Community, family. Oh, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And upright, he's a tester. He is smart. He is the tester. He is going to test your boundaries. In reverse, you might be worried about that test. You might be worried about what's going to come up. You might be a little paranoid about that. He's an earth sign, which is your sign. Okay? Taurus is ruled by Venus and is an earth sign. So you are very earthy people. You are grounded. You don't like to be rushed. You like to move forward at your own pace. That is who you are. Maybe that's why it's in reverse. Maybe you're being tested, but you're moving at your own pace. Okay? That's where that comes in. Your hopes and dreams. Oh, love this card. Two of Swords. Your hopes and dreams, but you're scared. This is the Two of Swords. This is see you can't see, I'm going to move back. You see the lake behind her? There's a lake behind her. And even though this is an air sign card, the lake behind her stands for all the emotion that you have going on. All of the emotion. And she's crossing her heart. It's kind of like, bitch, stand back. I'm crossing my heart. I'm protecting myself. So your hopes and your ideals, you are a little afraid to move forward. You're afraid to move forward because you have this whole emotion, all of this protection in front of you. And you are like, I am not doing this unless I feel safe. But you will feel safe. It'll take time. And you will. Okay? Now, if this was the Seven of Swords, I'd say, when she's standing in the middle, it's the same old saying, and as a pagan, it's, how do you enter the circle? I enter the circle with perfect love and perfect trust. This is kind of the same card, except it's two of swords, and she's holding her heart close to her chest. She's afraid to move forward because in the background, the water here stands for her emotions. She's afraid to move forward. So please be careful with that. Whoever's in your life, be cognizant of that. All right? Awesome. And, oh, rock and roll, baby. Look at this. You have the Ace of Swords. Can you not have the better outcome? This is like money. This is like air sign. This is total. And don't forget, I'm going to put this up here. You have that going on for you. And when you have the Ace of Swords coming out as your final outcome, this is a rock and roll. All right? This is no cute little, I'm sorry, let me move this back. Let me move back a little bit. Okay. Beforehand you had, the Two of Swords, which is, this is a card that has to do with being blocked. You're blocking your heart and your expectations, and you're not in agreement. Your heart and your soul are not in an agreement. You're holding down your emotions. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, look at that. The Nine of Cups came down when that came down in reverse, which means there's a celebration, but it's going to be a very small one. Okay. Now we have the Ace of Swords, which is coming out for you, which is so fantastic. All right? The Ace of Swords has to tell you that, you are going to have event in the end, even though you're blocking your heart and you feel uncomfortable, you're going to have the success you want, the victory you want, with determination. Sword is a very strong and powerful weapon. With determination, you're going to have this. You're going to have clear perception of where your spirit, your heart, and your mind all come together. Like in paganism, the power of three: heart, spirit, mind, strength. It's like all of this together. In the end, you're going to have that. Good things are going to happen to you. You're going to have the connection to the deities, to yourself, to your spirit, to what you want to do with yourself. Okay? It's the element of air again, and I want you to focus on this. This is your focus for this month. Woo-hoo! This awaits you by, I want to say, the 25th or the 27th of the month. Okay? Okay. Look at this balance outcome. Don't be afraid. Don't block it off. It's going to come to you. Have patience. Don't be tested. Don't have anxiety. Don't be tested. Don't have anxiety. It will move slowly, but it will happen eventually. Okay? Fantastic. All right. Now I have my ancient oracle cards. And I do a 3-card reading with that. Let me put this up here so it stays. Thank you. Thank y'all. I live in Texas, by the way, for those of you who don't really know me. And I love it here. It was 90 degrees almost today. And I teach in an outside school, so it was like I was outside and feeling like, oh gosh, I wish we had a pool. The children are almost ready to go home. We have our state testing coming next week and the week after for those that are in the older grades. But we have that going on. So for those of you who live in Texas and know and are following me, go for it. Feed your heart. Listen, Taurus. You've got a lot going on for you. This is a strength, powerful, emotional month for you. Your birthday this month. You say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay? You've got to really focus on yourself. And you will be successful. You will be awesome. Okay. Taurus. For the sign of Taurus. For the sign of Taurus. All right. That feels good. One more time. It's just kind of sticking. It's just not really sticking the way I like it. When it sticks, I kind of... There you go. Okay. All right. So we have... Oh! Past. Crystal ball. Clarity. In the past, maybe you've had or you need clarity. You need to come to clarity with something, and you need to seek your crystal ball or seek your spirit guides or come to whatever endeavor you need to have in order for you to move forward and go to your present and make sure you ground yourself, light a candle, listen to music, have a glass of wine, like I am right here, and relax, chill. Ground yourself. Listen to some music. Listen to some Celtic music. Listen to some classical music. Listen to some New Age music. Clarity. Seek clarity. Seek yourself. Seek your crystal ball. Seek your crystals. Ground yourself with the earth. Ground yourself with Mother Earth. Ground yourself with your family. Take a step back and review. Review. Who you are, who you want to be, who your family is, who you would like to see, who you'd like to see would happen, or what you would like to see happen with them, yourself, their future, and your future goals, whether it be long-term or short-term. Beautiful. Okay, and next card. Oh, dreams. Dreams. And this means incubation. What this means, I like this card because I get it a lot, especially since I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant empath. I touch things and I can feel it, or I have a dream and it like either happen or it comes true, or something may transpire where I see something that hasn't happened yet and I'll forget about it. And this happens, I'm sure, to a lot of clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant individuals. You'll put it aside, and then we'll move back 2 or 3 months later, after you've had this dream or have this insight, you may put it back in your shelf in your brain, or back in your shelf. Oh, it didn't happen. Maybe maybe it wasn't right, or maybe it was for somebody else. It wasn't for me. And then 2 or 3 months later, and I told you these readings usually go 2 months behind or 2 to 3 months forward, because I read past, present, future. Pay attention to your dreams. Because I find a lot of the times for myself, it may not happen now, but then maybe like 3 weeks from now, I'll feel something funny, or I'm reading people, and I read people really freaking well. I went to a meeting last week, and we had a professional development, and the lady wrote a number down, and I looked at her, and she goes, "I bet you can't guess my number." And I looked at her and I said, 7. Because I could sworn I had a dream about this. And lo and behold, it was the number 7. And the first 3 questions she asked us off of this game of Jeopardy that we played with all of our teachers, I got them all right. It was like I'd been there, done that already. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention. They're giving you insightful information while your body is resting. When your body is resting like this in your dreams, your body is healing. It's healing. It's kind of rehashing what's either gone on in the past, how to fix yourself in the present, how to heal yourself, make yourself a better person, organize, re-goal, regain, recite, renew, and recharge yourself for a better outcome. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay, grateful, present. Okay, future. Oh, nice. Practice. Gemancy. Practice. Can't really see it. Sorry. We're back. It says, oh, I'm sorry, not practice. Ugh. Hello, McFly. Patience. Patience. So, looking at your crystal ball, looking at yourself, not saying you have one, just what I want to say is grounding yourself, looking at the things going on in your life, looking at your dreams, looking what the messages are sending you. It's saying, have patience. So maybe what you're looking at yourself, your patience, your dreams, it's telling you need to have patience if you want to achieve these goals. I'll say it again. Looking at yourself through the crystal ball, or looking at yourself not literal. Don't mean this in the literal sense. I mean this in the figurative sense. Grounding yourself, lighting a candle, meditating, listening to music, relaxing, just sitting down with a glass of wine and meditating on a candle, or just meditating on a candle, having a bath. Understanding your dreams, remembering your dreams, looking at your goals and your dreams. What are you seeing? What are the messages sending you? Have patience. Patience. And it will come to you. What you need to have happen will come to you. Excellent. Beautiful. Taurus, I love you guys. I have a son who's a Taurus as well. He's my heart. So you guys are very special to me. Okay. Now that we're done with that, oh, and the bottom. Look at that. And I get this all the time, and I don't know sometimes if it's for me or for my patrons who watch me, which is the Agruar, the mastery. Every time I do a reading, almost every time I get this. This is the natural psychic. I get it every time I use this deck. I mean, literally, every time I use this deck, I get this. And sometimes I don't know if it's for me or if it's for my readers, but I share it because I feel like what I'm doing for you is who I am here. I've been doing this since I'm 10 years old. My parents said I was batshit crazy. Didn't know where I came from. Just out of the day, one day, I was like, okay, Mom, I'm a witch. Mom, I'm a pagan. And they didn't know where it came from. And my grandparents came out and said, I knew she had this gift. I knew she was like this because I'm like this. We have 5 generations in our family that are like this. So I don't know if it's for the Taurians. It can be because some of you are very earthy, very down to earth, very grounded. You can close your eyes and see things or be very intuitive. So I'm just sharing this with you, okay? And it's ironic because look at this. You have not only the Aguilar, but you have the High Priestess card, which is basically the same thing. They don't have the same pictures, obviously, but the High Priestess and the Aguilar, mastery, psychic abilities. You're trying to master. I want to say my spirit guides just knocked on my head, on the back of my head, and said, "Oh, they're trying to master themselves. They're trying to bring themselves somewhere. They're trying to make themselves better. They're trying to make things better in their life. They're trying to give themselves mastery in whatever they're doing, whether it's psychic abilities, work, family, home, children, self-improvement, self-improvement of health, self-improvement of financial abundance, self-improvement of whatever they're doing. It's mastery. And I know you can't see this, but it says here backwards, mastery. It's just like I just had like my hair stick on the back of my neck and say, no, Taurus, you're working on mastery. Although this comes up for me all the time. Even in my own readings, it comes up for me all the time. Every single time. Work on your mastery. Work on your spirituality. Work on yourself. Master yourself. Whatever you're looking to become a master in, whether it's or just 1 or 2 things, or everything that you have on your plate, let's just take it one day at a time and have patience and work on each mastery one day at a time, and eventually you will master yourself and be a well-rounded individual. Great. Okay. Love it. Okay, this deck, I only pull 1 card. And basically, I pull 1 card because it's my Avalon Oracle cards. And I know you guys are like, oh, what the heck is that? And basically, these are gods and goddesses and Celtic places and Celtic lands and castles and ancient histories and 13 moons. This is all for me. This is all pagan, Wiccan heritage. For me, it's just pagan because that's who I am. And being that half my family's from Ireland, I really, really love the heritage. I love the background. I love the way they depict everything from the goddesses and the god and the culture and the backgrounds and the tradition and the language and how it all comes in together with what we're doing now. Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And it's so important to me. Okay? And I'd love to share this with you because Taurus, every sign has their own path. So I'm going to shuffle, give you your card. Whatever turns up on the bottom will be the card that's meant for you, Taurus, the sign of Taurus, the sign of Taurus. And I just noticed my incense went out. I love them. I hate when that happens. And I don't mean my incense sticks. I meant my oils. Because when I'm doing a reading, I like to always have earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Always. And I always do a prayer and a blessing before I do a reading because I want you and myself to be protected and to realize that my guides are here with me and that I'm doing the best I can and the best reading that I can for not only myself, but for all of you. And I just want you to know that I'm on your side. Love you guys. Love my audience. Oh, great. This is so awesome. And you've had this already before. This is, I'm going to pull it back. Okay, look, it's too hard to see close up. So I'm going to pull it back. This is the moon of reconciliation. I'm trying to get it out of the glare. There it goes. Moon of reconciliation. Ooh, there's the child. Loving it. And so, the moon of reconciliation. Well, we all know, let's talk about a little bit about what reconciliation is to begin with. Reconciliation has a lot to do with, coming to terms with ourselves. Okay? Reconciliation, it means a lot of things. We can reconcile with ourselves. We can reconcile with our children. All things are coming to a fitting end. It depends on whether or not you want to plant those seeds or for a new beginning, or plant the seeds that we've sown. Okay? So let's be careful. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Learn that we're not all perfect. Reconciliation is realizing that, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to put my Brooklyn, New York self out there. Okay? We all fuck up. Nobody's perfect. How dare you judge other people? Learn to meditate. Learn to have patience. Okay? Forgive yourself and forgive others and things of need. Things that you may have not yet met or resolved. Okay? Bring yourself to a balance. A new birth of yourself. This is your birthday. It's rebirth. The beginning of a new year for you. When it comes to your birthday, it's your New Year's anniversary at your birthday. Yay! Happy New Year's birthday for me. You get to reinvent yourself. Excuse me, I have allergies. Honor the journey that you've had and place a new one into perspective and try to stick with it. Reconciliation, and it has a child there. So if you're a child, or you have children, or you're married and you have a family and you have children, let's try to reconcile ourselves, make different decisions, rewrite your history. It's your birthday. Yay, yay. Woo, woo. Recognize your birthday and realize this is your new year. This is your birthday. It's time to rewrite your it's time to write off your history. Get rid of what didn't work in the past and rewrite your future, and have patience, listen to your dreams, meditate, move forward. You've got the Ace of Swords in your don't cover your heart, don't cover your emotions, and move forward. I hope this reading was good for you. I hope it helped you a little bit. I love my Taurians. Again, I have a son who's a Taurian. His birthday's coming up soon, and I hope I have a good feedback from you. I love feedback. Please bring it on. If I can make it better for you or give you something more that you'd like to see, please let me know. Thank you, and blessed be.